Good morning, children. Today we will be doing change of state of matter. Last time, as we did the properties of matter, now is change of state of matter. You know that matter can be converted into one form to another. It cannot be broken, it cannot be made itself, but it can be changed from one form to another. This is called interconversion of state of matter, right? Now, the interconversion of state of matter is reversible in nature and no new substance is formed in this process. Okay, so interconversion is reversible, means when you freeze water, you can convert it back to liquid. Okay, and when you convert liquid into a gas, you can again convert it back to liquid. Okay, so change is done with the help of two things. One is by changing the temperature and another one is by applying the pressure. Now, by changing the temperature, what happens? You know that the molecules, they have energy, kinetic energy with them, right? Whether they are in solid, liquid or in gas. But in solids, this kinetic energy with the molecules is very less as compared to that of liquid and gases, and it is maximum in case of gases. Okay, so what is happening when you heat any matter? So for example, if you heat a solid, in that when you heat it, you are giving energy to the molecules. Due to that, their kinetic energy increases. Okay, when your energy increases, what you do, you become very unstable, right? You have a tendency to do a lot of work. Same way, when the energy of these particles which are sitting close to one another increases, their kinetic energy increases, they will break the force between them and will set apart. Okay, they are bound with each other with the help of a force which is called intermolecular force of attraction. And when you provide them energy, when you provide these molecules the energy, they will set free, they will be set free and they will break the bond, this force between them. This is how. Now when they break the bond between them, what will happen? These molecules will start to move apart from each other. Okay, and then the state changed will be which state? They will turn into a liquid, right? Now by heating the liquid further, the molecules gain more energy, and what will happen when you will heat the liquid further? The molecules of the liquid will gain more energy, their kinetic energy will increase further, and further they will break their force between the molecules and they will be free, they will move apart from each other and they will turn into which state? Gaseous state, right? And this process of converting liquid into a gaseous state or changing a liquid water into steam is called vaporization or boiling, right? Now this is when we increasing the temperature. Now what will happen if we decrease the temperature? On decreasing the temperature, for example, we have a gas. Okay, in gas molecules the kinetic energy is very high, you know. When we cool the temperature, when we decrease their temperature, the molecules, when we take out the energy from these molecules, what will happen? They will come close to one another because they have very less energy now. When they will come close to one another, they will bind with each other with the help of a force, and the state is changed to liquid, from gas to liquid, and this process is called freezing or solidification, right? Then further when further we cool down the liquid, it changes to solid, and this process is called freezing or solidification. Okay, when steam on cooling changes into liquid, the process is called condensation or liquefaction. Okay, now, when a substance is cooled, its particle loses kinetic energy. This is what I told you just now. As a result, the movement of the particle slows down. The particle come close to one another. As the result, the attraction between the molecules increases. The intermolecular space between the particles decreases, causing a change in the state. Okay. So, few substances like chlorine, ammonium chloride, dry ice, iodine, camphor, benzoic acid, naphthalene, etc. They, what happens in them is, they on heating directly changes from solid to gaseous state without going into the liquid state. This process is called sublimation, right? And on cooling, we get back the solid. When we cool down these gas particles of or the particles which are in gaseous state, when we cool them down, you get directly the solid, you will not get liquid like we do in case of water. Okay, so this is called deposition. The reverse of sublimation is deposition. Now next is how you can change the state: by applying pressure. Okay, now when you have see this activity, in this activity container first is containing gas molecules, and we have a piston attached to this container. Piston is the movable part of the container which can move up and down. Okay, now start compressing the gas, start pressing the piston down. You will observe in beaker 2 that the gas molecules have come close to one another, and they have turned into they have changed their state, and that is the liquid state, right? And how this happened? By applying the pressure. And when you will lower the pressure, move the piston upward, you will get the first state back, that is gaseous state. Okay, this is how you can change the state of a matter by pressure. Okay, now with this we have completed with our chapter. As you know, we will be starting soon with our weekly test next week. I want to give you the portion which you will get next week for test, that is from page 1st till checkpoint 2. Okay, next week test you will have on Tuesday from 1st to checkpoint 2. Okay, thank you so much, and in the next class itself I'll be giving you the question answers. Okay, the back exercises.